All right, I'm here with Anibal Arroyo. He's going to talk a little bit about Little Steve's Closet. He's a fellow New Yorker, right?
I'm actually from New Jersey.
From New Jersey? What part of Jersey?
Originally from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, Patterson? Not that. That's right across.
Yeah.
So you fall under the New Yorker banner.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Steve's Closet and a little bit about yourself, man.
I am a freelance illustrator, and I've been doing this for, about close to 20 years now, I could say, self-publishing. And normally I do comic books and more serious type of illustrations, and I work with a studio, with a team of guys normally. And I decided I wanted to do my own thing, so I dug into crates and created Little Steve's Closet here, which I wrote, illustrated, colored, and pretty much did everything on that you see. And what the story is about, it's loosely based on my own son, who, when I started the project, was approximately the age of the boy in the book, who is 6 years old. And he's just a very messy boy, like little boys can be. And one day when he wants to go outside and play, his mother tells him, you can only go outside and play if you clean your room first. So little Steve goes into his room, and of course he doesn't want to clean the room. He sits there pouting, and suddenly we get this dinosaur pop out of his closet door, and he goes on this whimsical adventure, and I get to draw cool stuff and dinosaurs and action and all the stuff I like to do. It's all hand painted, and I'm just very, very passionate about it, and I love the fact that I'm getting to share it with all of you.
So, as far as the concept behind it and all that stuff, you mentioned you've done other serious works. Are there any other things that you've worked on that you could share with us that we could?
Sure. I'm actually a student at New Jersey City University, and I'm currently working on my BFA project, thesis project, which will be installed this week, and the show opens Saturday, March 9th for anybody that might want to check that out. That's New Jersey City University. My BFA project that I'm choosing to work on is my very first self-published graphic novel. The process, as you know, being a sequential artist yourself, is a very long process, so the actual story is not completed, so I chose to kind of go with more behind-the-scenes elements of it. So I'll feature some of the pages on display, and I'll also have my script and a lot of the character designs and behind-the-scenes work for the exhibit. So yeah, look forward to that possibly this time next year. So yeah, it's out there now.
Well, congratulations on your table in MOCCA. Guys, come out see Steve Arroyo. No, Steve's the name of the kid. Anibal, how could I forget a name like Anibal? Trust me. There's a good reason why I can't forget it. Come see his work, and we'll see you guys next time. All right. Here I am with Kev. Kev, I didn't get your last name. What's your last name?
Mallqui.
Okay, I mean, Mallqui? Like that? All right, Mallqui.
Yeah, you got it right.
All right. Oh, I do what I can, right? I know what it's like getting your name butchered, so that's why I stick to Izzy.
Oh.
Tell me a little bit about your art, what you're about, what you're doing in MOCCA, how the atmosphere. I know it's a lot, but answer it to the best of your ability.
All right. Well, we'll start off with how the MOCCA is feeling. First off, I just want to say I'm glad. We're kind of stepping back into like old habits, like we're having art shows and festivals and stuff. And going here as a student, now coming back here as a professional, it's kind of like coming full circle. The energy, the atmosphere, the talent, recruiters, it's just a great experience for everybody and all around. As far as my art, professionally, I do freelancing. I'm also a teacher for Montclair State University back in Jersey. I teach digital illustration, and my art is basically just me trying to tell stories with characters we know and some of my own characters that I like to kind of bring into light. And growing up as a kid, I grew up with like dark comics, Spawn, Ninja Turtles, SWAT Cats. So I usually find myself bringing some of that dark imagination to like even like PG cartoons. Like you'll see like in the portfolio, I have like Squid Game and Super Mario's combined. I have like Princess Peach being the hero as opposed to Mario being the hero and stuff like that. So, but I pride myself on storytelling and really just trying to give the audience something they haven't seen before. And I think it's been pretty good because a lot of people usually turn heads and stop at my booth and ask me like, oh, I've never seen that type of, frame for this kind of character. So
Now, as far as your artwork goes, you mentioned you teach it, but you was a student, and now you're teaching it. What kind of advice you could give to the students out there now, being that you've been in that place, just like myself, I was there too.
Yeah.
And what you're doing now as a teacher that you probably wish you could have done when you were a student.
Don't be afraid. That's really like the like most simplest advice, but I feel like a lot of students are afraid for putting themselves out there. They don't want to face rejection. They don't want people to not like their work, and fear is like the biggest door. And until you can pass that door, you're really not going to be exposed to what's possible. And I would say, as like from a student standpoint, I really wish I would tell my older self, like, hey, just do more conventions, like, because this is honestly the best place to be for a couple reasons, right? You can buy work, you can meet new artists, make new artist friends, network with professionals, publishers, writers, and as that network grows, that's kind of like how you start getting those jobs, getting your foot in the door, as opposed to standing behind a computer and trying to look for a job. And it's never going to happen on a computer. It's always going to happen in person. So
You got to go out.
you got to get out there.
You got to
get
start
out
talking
there.
to people.
You'll get like 100 no's, but then you're going to be sitting at a bar or a pizzeria, and then the guy next to you works for Marvel or DC or something, and boom, your life changes. So I would tell students, just get out there, put your work out there. Don't worry about they'll steal my stuff. You're at an early age, shouldn't be the main concern. When you're 80 and you're worth millions, then that's when you can justify, like, hey, this guy stole my stuff.
And at that point, it doesn't matter.
At that point, it don't even matter anymore. So.
All right, Ken, it's been a pleasure talking to you, man.
Take care.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time.